All right, it's time to go inside the glass on this Thursday, an early edition of Inside the Glass because of the Stamps game tonight. Inside the Glass has a football vibe to it, a theme. Inside the Glass, by the way, brought to you by Calgary Co-op Wine Spirits Beer. Enjoy member-exclusive savings on your favorite sips. Visit coopwinespiritsbeer.com. Andrew Paulsen is joining me this afternoon. Andrew is the sommelier at the Oak Ridge location, right, Andrew?
That's correct. Thanks for having me on, Ted.
And you're not only a sommelier, you're a certified, how do you say this?
Cicerone. It's an Italian word that actually, correct pronunciation is cicerone, and it means, it translates to guide. However, it's an American school that does the Cicerone studies, where you study and participate with a number of breweries in making beer and finding everything out about beer, from the draft systems to how it eventually ends up in the glass. And so it's a fairly extensive study. Takes about a year and a half to do it, depending how conversant you are with beer.
Yeah.
And, yes, you end up knowing quite a bit about a lot of stuff that you may not end up ever using, but it's I do tend to catalogue a lot of this fine detail in the back of the brain, and so found the course quite incredible, actually. So.
Outstanding. And we're talking beer today because the Stamps are on the road. So if you're going to tailgate or enjoy the game tonight, maybe you're going to grill something while you're listening to the game on QR Calgary, why not have a few sips of beer? And you brought in one particular beer today, Andrew. So what are we featuring?
So I've got the T2G. So that is the Time to Go IPA, neighborhood IPA from a local brewery, Dandy, down in the Inglewood area. So Dandy have been around for approximately 10 years and have got a nice premises down there in the Inglewood area. And they've made this IPA, and it's a fairly full-bodied IPA. So if we look at the glass in there, it has a hazy look to it. You cannot see through it. And then once we pour the beer, then the best thing is to smell it first and then take a look at it. This has a 7.5% alcohol bottled volume, so it's one that you'd approach with caution. It's more an American-style IPA because initially IPA stands for India Pale Ale, was produced in the late 18th century to sustain the troops in far-off India, British troops in far-off India, as they were pillaging and plundering the new colonies out there. So anyway, it got quite a following from the troops and commanders alike, and the style became very popular. It died off later, and then it's been revived in the last 30, 40 years by the craft brewery scene. And so they have developed more of an American style where there's a much higher alcohol content too. So there's basically the regular IPA and there's a double IPA. So this is kind of on the cusp of being a double IPA. But you don't really notice like the warmth that you would notice in the back of the throat from the alcohol. It's a very nicely balanced IPA. So say balance, it's got that kind of like a citrusy pine like note with a bit of fruit salad note in it. The hazy ones tend to have a little bit more of a fruit salad note going to them. If you have a taste of it,
it's delicious.
And you find see that there coupled along with the malt flavors. Some IPAs are very, very strong in the pine department, and so that's more of a northwestern style, where you'll find that there's the citrus pine is a lot more prevalent, whereas in the East Coast, more of a hazy, a little bit more dumbed down on the pine, a bit more of a citrus fruit salad note going along with the malt flavors.
It's delicious for me, Andrew.
$14.99 for a 4-pack on sale right now.
$14.99 from today the 15th until the 22nd. You're calling it a flyer special. Does that mean you can get it in store?
Yes. So in store, yes, it's regular price is a few dollars more. So I think you're saving around $4 per 4-pack at the moment. And as far as like enjoying the beer with a game, that is, I'd caution doing the skull on these beers that sometimes you can tend to do. The beer, and like always pour the beer. My say is always pour the beer in a glass, because this way you're releasing the carbonation. Because if you're drinking out of the can or a bottle, you're releasing the carbonation into your stomach and making yourself feel full. And that's what creates turbulence in the stomach, where you'll end up, maybe burping excessively, and that's So, and also too, it reduces space being able to eat as well. So this is the idea: is when it's in a glass, you can enjoy the food that you have with it. So,
Andrew, I appreciate you bringing this in today. Again, it's the Dandy T2G IPA, on for $14.99 right now. It's from today until the 22nd at your local Co-op Wine Spirits Beer. And Inside the Glass, of course, brought to you by Calgary Co-op Wine Spirits Beer. Enjoy member-exclusive savings on your favorite sips. Visit coopwinespiritsbeer.com.